So sodium atoms and chlorine molecules must be in the ratio of 2:1, because I'm referring to the 2 is the coefficient of sodium. So 2 for sodium, 1 is the coefficient of chlorine, so 1 for chlorine. So sodium atoms and chlorine molecules must be in the ratio of 2:1. So which means that if there are 50 atoms of sodium, then Amina, how many molecules of chlorine?
So 25.
25. If there are 2 million chlorine molecules, then Rihanna, how many million sodium atoms?
4 million.
4 million sodium atoms. Okay, so sodium atoms always have to be double in number than the chlorine molecules. Also, we learned another unit called moles. Okay, so moles is the unit of counting, to count the number of particles. It can be atom, molecule, ion, whatever. So if suppose that 1 mole of chlorine, then Verushka, how many moles of sodium?
2.
2 moles of sodium. If there is 4.4 moles of sodium, then Arya, how many moles of chlorine?
Will it be 2.2?
2.2 moles. Okay, so now what we will do is that we will only use the like we'll only count the particles in moles. So 2 moles, 1 mole, 4.4 moles, 2.2 moles, and not in millions and 50 and 25 and not that. Is that clear? So we won't count in these units. We will always count the atoms and molecules in moles. So having said that, I can say that this is 2 moles of sodium and this is 1 mole of chlorine. So I can say that 2 moles of sodium reacts with 1 mole of chlorine. But this 1 mole, 2 mole, hota kitna hai? How much exactly is that? Like, I know, suppose if I say 1 dozen, 2 dozen, then I know 1 dozen is equal to 12, 2 dozen is equal to 24. So yeah, how many of a dozen you tell me, I can tell you how much, what exact number that makes. So similarly, how much is this 1 mole equal to? 1 mole is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 23. These many atoms, molecules, ions, whatever you talk about. So we're talking about 1 mole of chlorine molecules. I'm saying these many chlorine molecules. This much quantity is equal to 1 mole. So how much is 2 mole equal to?
12 into 10.
12 into 10 raised to 23. Which means if I'm talking about 2 moles of sodium atoms, I mean these many sodium atoms. Okay, so but again, another problem is that if I have to take sodium and chlorine in that ratio, then how do I ensure that how much chlorine to take, which will have these many chlorine molecules, or how much sodium to take, how many grams of sodium to take, so that it will have these many molecules. These many chlorine atoms. So, uske liye also there is a relationship that you should know. One mole of any substance, 1 mole of any substance, you can find out that how many 1 mole of matlab so much of that substance which will have 1 mole of its atoms or its molecules in it. So 1 mole of any substance you can find out how many grams does that make from the periodic table. From the periodic table, all you need to do is that just check the atomic masses and molecular masses. Okay, so 1 mole of sodium, if you want to find out how many grams does that make? So what you will do is that,
So you stop sharing.
yeah, I know. Okay, so what I will do here is look at the periodic table and find the atomic mass of sodium. So how much is the atomic mass of sodium?
23.
23. Okay, that's 23. Okay, that's 23. So now if I have to take 1 mole of sodium, if I have to take 1 mole of sodium, I will take 23 grams. Is everyone okay? Which
So
means
1 mole of
I'll take more examples. Suppose if I want to take 1 mole of carbon, then how many grams should I take? So I should
12.
look at I should look at the periodic table and check the carbon ka atomic mass. How much is the carbon ka atomic mass?
12.
12. Okay. So I should take 12 grams of carbon. 12 grams of carbon will have 1 mole of carbon atoms in that. So similarly, if I have to take 1 mole of magnesium, how many grams of magnesium should I take? Yes, Verushka?
24.
24 grams, because that's 24 is the atomic mass of sodium, magnesium. Okay, so is everyone okay about this so far? Okay, let's move on. But these are the atoms, okay, na? Sodium atoms, carbon atoms, magnesium atoms. These are elements, okay. Sodium, carbon, these are elements. What about the compounds? That also you can find out. For example, 1 mole of water is how many grams? So what you will do is that you will find the molecular mass of water. How much is the molecular mass of water?
18.
How do you get the 18 there?
So oxygen is 16 and then
Yeah.
it's 16 plus 2.
Oxygen is 16, hydrogen ka mass is 1, and there are 2 hydrogens. Okay, so 16 plus 1 into 2 is 18. 16 plus 1 plus 1, 18. Okay, so 24 grams of magnesium is 1 mole of magnesium. 18 grams of water, if I take, that will give me 1 mole of water. Okay, so can you find out 1 mole of carbon dioxide is how many grams? Everyone send the answers to me on personal chat.
So can I go get my phone?
Yeah, but that's
So
like
which one?
1 mole of carbon dioxide.
So we all send to you now.
Why will you not send?
So we all.
We all matlab we all na. Matlab why will you not send?
No, because last time you sent a Fareem message.
Acha, acha. No, I didn't realize she has joined. Yeah. Yeah, quick. Okay. So everyone correct? 44 grams. Okay, now listen to this very carefully. Now listen to this very carefully. Everyone. So, 23 grams of sodium. So 23 grams is the mass of 1 mole of sodium. 12 grams is the mass of 1 mole of carbon. 24 grams is the mass of 1 mole of magnesium. 18 grams is the mass of 1 mole of water. 44 grams is the mass of 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So all these are masses of 1 mole of that substance. Note that all these are masses of 1 mole of that substance. So all these I will call them as molar masses of those substances. Okay, we will call these masses as molar mass. So for example, I can say molar mass of sodium is 23 gram. Matlab, this is molar mass will tell you the mass of 1 mole, like what we did here. Okay, so similarly, molar mass of carbon is 12 gram. Molar mass of magnesium is 24 grams. Molar mass of water is 18 grams. Molar mass of carbon dioxide is 44 grams. Okay, these are molar masses. Molar mass matlab mass of 1 mole. Molar mass means mass of 1 mole. Okay, now suppose if I have to ask you, like refer to carbon dioxide. Molar mass of carbon dioxide is 44 grams. Okay, or you can also refer to this 1 mole of carbon dioxide is 44, which means the same. Which means the same. Okay. Okay, Rihanna, if I take 22 grams of carbon dioxide, how many moles will that make?
Half a mole.
Half a mole, which is 0.5. Okay. Now this was very easy and simple because if 44 gram makes 1 mole, so 22 gram is half of that, so it be half ho jayega. That was fine. Okay. Next question. Amina, if I have to take 2 moles of water, how many grams I should take?
It's a 36 grams.
36 grams because 18 grams of water में there are 1 mole, so 2 moles में 36 grams हो जाएगा. Easy. Okay. Verushka, if I take 100 grams of sodium, how many moles will that make? If you can't give me the answer, at least tell me how will you find it out, like how will you do the calculation, or you have a calculator, you can do the calculation and tell me the answer.
You'll divide 100 by 23, right?
No, you can't ask me a question. You have to give me the answer.
Yeah,
What we-
so you divide 100 by 23.
So wait, but what do we have to like? What answer
So
do
you
we
get 4.
So answer of
4.3.
4 point something रहेगा ना?
Yeah, you're getting
Exact.
4.3.
Yeah. Okay. So what you did, you divided 100 gram divided by 23 gram. Okay, if it is 100 grams of sodium. Okay, next is Rihanna. Yeah, Rihanna done. No? Rihanna just answered the question. So Amina also answered. Krish,
Yes.
if I have 555 grams of sodium, how many moles will that make?
24.13.
Tell me, how did you arrive at that answer?
555 upon 20.
So 555 upon 23 gram. Okay. So you see here that when the mass of sodium was 100, I divided 100 by 23. When the mass of sodium was 555, I divided 555 by 23. So every time the mass changes, the numerator ka value changes. Like numerator mein I write the mass and denominator ka value remains same, 23 grams. Okay. That's because that's the mass of 1 mole. 23 grams is the mass of 1 mole. So 100 gram mein kitna hota? Unitary method mein when I do, I will end up doing this only. So if I give you x grams of sodium, how many moles it is? You'll divide x by 23. So every time you can see that denominator mein there is 23 only. And 23 gram, if you notice, that's called as the molar mass of sodium. Molar mass of sodium. Okay, so I can convert this into a formula that whenever you have to find out number of moles, n, what you do is that whatever is the mass of the substance, you divide that by the molar mass of that substance. Krish, have you come in a restaurant or something?
No, sir.
Or in a theater or something? Sit properly. Why are you lying down? And next time, I don't want you to sit on a bed here. I want you to sit on a table and chair arrangement. Do you have a table in your house? A chair in your house?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So go and sit immediately. Okay. So remember, this is what we will be doing. Like here, in this case, number of moles when 100 grams, I did 100 gram upon 23 gram. 23 gram is the molar mass of sodium, 100 gram is the mass of the sodium. Okay, so that's what I did, 100 upon 23. You can see here, Verushka said 100 upon 23. Rich said 555 upon 23. So whatever is the mass, that divided by the molar mass. So that way you can find the number of moles. Is everyone okay about this? Can we do few sums on this? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so quickly, send the answers to these questions. I'm giving you the masses of atomic masses of few substances here. And be very quick. Huh? Okay. So I'll give you either the mass value or moles value. If mass value is given, you find the moles value. If moles value is given, you find the mass value. Okay, of which substance that I will tell you here. Okay, so okay, so moles is not given, so you'll of course find the moles.
So why have you? So in the moles ka place you've written grams.
Yeah. Hmm.
So after water, it's H2SO4 now.
Hmm. Don't just send me the numbers now. What are you talking about? That also you need to send. Which substance are you talking about?
सर चाय
नहीं चाय नहीं, मगर इधर एक है, गर्म करके दे दो ना इसको। ठीक ले लो ना जरा। इसमें था सूप है, वो थोड़ी गर्म करके देनी है। अरे वो डब्बा है चलो, अवन में इसका ढक्कन खोल के डालो।
देखना सर।
ढक्कन खोल के डालना।
हाँ
There are few mistakes happening. Okay, so everyone, stop writing and pay attention here. Everyone, stop writing and pay attention here. Amina. Okay, so whenever you want to find out the number of moles, remember that formula should be number of moles is mass upon molar mass. So you need to divide the mass with molar mass. Divide, okay. And whenever you want to find the mass, then the formula will become mass is equal to number of moles into molar mass. Okay, so if you remember one formula, you remember the other formula also. Just change the subject. Just change the subject. Okay. Okay. So number of moles में mass upon molar mass. So it's 6 upon 24. Sorry, 44. 44 is the molar mass of carbon dioxide. It is 6 upon 44. Rihanna, you read 44 upon 6. Okay. So it is 6 upon 44. Mass upon molar mass. Please be very clear about what value divided by what value. Okay. So what is the answer? Like 0.17 something, na?
Yeah.
0.17. Here, ammonia ka molar mass is 17. So 51 upon 17. Mass upon molar mass. 3 moles. Molar mass of water is 18. So 180 upon 18 is 10 moles. Matlab 180 gram of water when you take, you get 10 moles of water in that because 1 mole of water is 18 grams. That way. Now sulfuric acid ka molar mass is 98. So 0.1 mole will be 0.98 grams. Calcium carbonate ka molar mass is 100. So 3.3 moles is 330 because 3.3 into 100. Okay. Magnesium sulfide. I don't know how much is the mass, molar mass of magnesium sulfide. 32 plus 24. 56. So 56 is the 2.8.
So in the fourth one, if it's 98, won't it be 9.8?
9.8. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Correct. It is 9.8. 9.8. Magnesium sulfide is 56. So 0.05 will be 0.28. Okay. 9.
So
2.8. 2.8. Yeah.
2.8.
Thank you. 2.8 it will be. Okay. So this is 56. Suppose. So 56 multiplied by this. 100 multiplied by 3.3. 98 multiplied by 0.1. Here 10. Sorry. Here 180 divided by 18. 51 divided by 17. 6 divided by 44.
So the first one, it's 0.136 recurring.
I don't know. Maybe. No. I just asked somebody.
So is it okay if you write 0.1?
No. You can't round off.
0.14.
No. Say 6 divided by 44, na? So 0.13636 है ना? So 0.14 is okay.
Yeah, that's
Not but 0.13 नहीं लिखना है. Okay? Because even if you're rounding out at the second significant figure, the second significant figure also will be rounded off to 4. So 0.14. Okay, so hope everybody knows how to convert mass into molar mass and molar mass into mass. Okay. Just 1 minute, I'll just go. Okay, now from here we start the main chapters of stoichiometry. So far we were only doing the basics. Okay. So far we were only doing the basics. Now you will never get these types of questions in the exam. Okay, you will not get these types of questions in the exam. What type of questions you will get, that we are doing now. Now we'll go back to that equation of sodium and chlorine to form sodium chloride. Mole ratio of sodium and chlorine is 2:1. Remember, mole ratio of sodium and chlorine is 2:1. Okay. Now, according to the ratio 2:1, if I take 4.6 grams of sodium, then should I take 2.3 grams of chlorine? 2:1. 4.6 ka half, 2.3. Yep. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's absolutely incorrect. Is it according to the ratio? 2:1 ratio है वहां पर? 4.6 to 2.3? Yeah, guys.
It's half of.
It's half of from
Yeah.
4.6.
But remember that this is the mole ratio, mole, not the mass. Does they say that 2 grams of sodium will react with 1 gram of chlorine? Does it say that? Or this says 2 atoms of sodium will react with 1 molecule of chlorine? What does it say?
2 atoms.
Yeah. It talks about particles now, not masses. So remember that, do not make this mistake. Do not make this mistake. The ratio cannot be used to have the masses in that ratio. Never. I hope you understood what I said. I said sodium and chlorine are in the mole ratio. I'm stressing on the word moles. Now moles tells you how many or how heavy. What does the word mole tell you? Does it tell you a quantity or the weight? What does mole tell you? Arey, come on, Veer. I explained you everything. Now what is? When I'm saying 1 mole of sodium, does it mean 1 gram of sodium? Or does it mean
No.
6 into 10 raised to 23 sodium atoms? Which is the
6
correct
into
one?
10.
It is not this, right?
It's the
1
second
mole
one.
expresses the quantity. So remember, the equation tells you that 2 atoms of sodium, like 2 atoms of sodium, will react with 1 molecule of chlorine. There is nothing of mass given here. It's talking about how many atoms, how many molecules, number of atoms, number of molecules, and not the masses. For example, if I ask you to give me 2 bananas, will you give me 2 bananas, 2 like 1 plus 1 banana, or 2 grams of bananas? What will you give me?
1 plus 1.
Exactly right. So 2 bananas means I'm talking about the quantity. So similarly, these numbers also talk about quantity, not masses. So sodium and chlorine are in the ratio of 2:1, fine. But they're in the ratio of quantities, not the masses. So I can't say 4.6 is 10 ho gaya to ye 2.3 ho gaya. Nahin. This is not the mass ratio. 2:1 is not the mass ratio. 2:1 is not the mass ratio. Anyone is still fully not understood? Let me know. Okay. So then, if I'm taking 4.6 grams of sodium, then how many grams of chlorine should I take? Then how many grams of chlorine should I take? I want to find out. Okay. Before we go to how many grams of chlorine, we must understand. Everyone pay attention here. Everyone pay attention here, and don't make me say this. By default, I should have a attention. This is something very important. Why should I ask for attention? Everyone look on the screen. Chris, you will not have your soup for the next 1 minute. Which soup it is?
It's Maggie.
Maggie, eh? Okay. I'm having chicken and broccoli soup. So even I'm waiting, huh? I'm not having it, okay? So you also wait.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because this is really important. See, the question is that if I take 4.6 grams of sodium, then how many grams of chlorine it should take? I should take. Okay. Now, how many grams? I don't know about that, but I know one thing, this 4.6 may, whatever number of sodium atoms will be there, chlorine molecule should be half of that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right. So what I need to find out is that इसमें कितने atoms है? And do you know how to find that out? 4.6 gram of sodium में how many sodium atoms? Can you find out that?
Yeah.
In moles,
Yes.
na, we count the quantity in moles, right? So I can also say that 4.6 grams has how many moles of sodium atoms? Okay. So let's find out that. So number of moles of sodium. What is the formula? How will you find out number of moles of sodium?
Mass upon molecular mass.
Molecular
Molar
mass, molar mass.
sorry.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
sodium is not an atom. Sodium is not a molecule, it's an atom. So you can't say molecular
Yeah.
mass. So 4.6 divided by, what is sodium? We just did it.
23. 23.
Okay, so how many moles does that make? 0.2 moles. So I know that 4.6 gram may 0.2 moles of sodium atoms hai. Okay, so to react with 0.2 moles of sodium atoms, how many moles of chlorine molecule should I take?
0.1.
0.1 moles of chlorine molecules I should take. So I didn't find out the mass of chlorine, but I knew that इतना chlorine लेना पड़ेगा जिसमें इतने सारे 0.1 moles of chlorine molecules है.
And then you can find out mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just did it, lah. If you know moles and you want to find out that how much mass makes that much moles, then you know that also. So mass is equal to number of moles into molar mass. Number of moles कितना है? 0.1. I want to find out कि 0.1 moles of chlorine लेने के लिए कितना ग्राम chlorine लेना पड़ेगा. So 0.1 into molar mass. Chlorine का molar mass कितना है?
71.
Yeah, because chlorine atom is 35.5 and this is chlorine molecule. That will be 71. Okay, so this into 71. So how many grams does that make?
7.1.
7.1 gram. Okay, so see, I got the answer 7.1 gram. So this is the correct answer. Are these two masses in the ratio of 2:1? No, and they need not be. They should not be because ये जो ratio है mole ratio है. Okay. This tells you that for every 2 sodium atoms, 1 chlorine molecules I need. So if I'm given the mass of the sodium, that is not the correct information. I should have the number of moles. So that's why I want to find out कि इतने 4.6 grams of sodium atom में कितने sodium atoms है. So I found out that उसमें इतने sodium atoms है. Then I use the ratio. Then according to the ratio, chlorine molecule should be 0.1 mole. And then I find out कि 0.1 mole molecule of chlorine लेने के लिए कितना ग्राम chlorine लेना पड़ेगा. So that I use this formula to find out the mass of chlorine. Is everyone okay? Can you solve one sum now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1 second, I lagged out. What do we have to do?
Nothing. I haven't given the sum yet. Okay. 3.84 grams of sulfur dioxide is taken for the reaction. So to react with that 3.84 grams of sulfur dioxide, how many grams of oxygen should you take? Start. Sulfur 32, oxygen 16.
So we send it to you on private chat now.
Yeah. Krish, you have a problem?
I didn't get how to do it.
Okay. So everybody else has submitted? Yeah, okay, everyone. Pay attention. As I told you earlier that according to the equation, Krish, you're not paying attention and then you have a problem, huh?
I am.
You're not looking on the screen.
Yes, I am.
So sulfur dioxide and oxygen are in the ratio of 2:1. But remember that this ratio talks about number of molecules. Okay, like 2 sulfur dioxide molecules react with 1 oxygen molecule. It's not about gram. So I should find out कि 3.84 gram में how many moles of molecules are there? How many moles of sulfur dioxide molecules are there? So can you find that out? Yes, Krish.
Yes.
Krish, yes or no?
I'm doing it. I'm finding.
Hey, don't do it. Just tell me how to do it. I will not wait for you to do it. Can you find out? What will you do? How will you find out?
3.84 upon 32.
Why 32?
Not 32. Not 32. 32 plus 32, meaning 64.
So 3.84 divided by 64, which is 0.06 moles. So that means 3.84 grams of sulfur dioxide. These many moles of sulfur dioxide molecules are there. So then I check the ratio. The molecules should be in the ratio of 2:1. So iska oxygen ka molecule should be 0.03 moles. Oxygen molecule should be 0.03 moles. Then I find out that 0.03 moles of molecules should be in how many grams? So can you find this out from moles to mass?
Yeah.
So 0.03 multiplied by 32, which is equal to 0.96 grams. Is everyone okay?
Yes.
Okay, so this way you'll find the mass of one substance if the mass of the other substance is given. For example, I found out mass of oxygen when mass of sulfur dioxide was given. Also here, I found the mass of chlorine when the mass of sodium was given. Now, exact same method you will use to find out the mass of the product also. Okay, so if they ask you how many grams of sodium chloride will be produced, so what you will do is that sodium ka mass is given, na? 4.6. Okay, so 4.6 makes 0.2 moles. Then you will take the mole ratio of sodium and sodium chloride. So what is the mole ratio here? Sodium and sodium chloride ka mole ratio? Guys, it's easy answer. What is wrong?
2:2.
2:2 matlab 1:1, na?
Yeah, 1:1.
So if this is 0.2 moles of sodium, so how many moles of sodium chloride then?
0.2.
Same moles, because 2:2 same moles hai. And
Yeah.
then you find out 0.2 moles of sodium chloride is how many grams? Can you find that out?
Yeah.
So quickly do that.
Yes.
And do the same thing for here also. Find the mass of sulfur trioxide form. Quick.
So it'll be 4.8 grams.
Solve.
No.
Solve.
I have a question.
Hmm.
So can't you just add these two?
You can, but don't.
So we have to send you the answer on track.
Yeah.
Even the trioxide one.
Yes.
Can you go back to the NaCl question 1 second? Okay, once you finish this, then start this. I have to form 10.2 grams of ammonia. So how many grams of hydrogen I should take and how many grams of nitrogen I should take? Same method.
Can you give the molar mass of both?
Please remember. Huh? Yeah, okay. I think Amina, are you doing? अच्छा, you're typing. Okay, ठीक है. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, everybody is correct. So since you have understood this, I would really want you to solve more sums on this, because you should be extremely fluent in this part. No, finding out the mass of one from the mass of the other. No, and so what I will do is that I will give you a few sums on this for homework, and please complete the sums as soon as possible, if possible before the weekend, and send to Miss Fareen. Okay, guys, okay or not okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So I don't want to start the next topic, but because I want you to be fluent in this part. Okay, so what I will do is that I will send you more sums, and then we start next Friday with the next topic. Okay, so this is one of the type of sum that you will get in the exam. Okay, find out mass of one from the mass of the other. Okay, so I see you next week now, next Thursday, next Friday. Okay, till then, bye. Take care.
Bye, sir. Thank you.